Hi there, this is Andrew from Hot Tub Focus again, and today we're going to look at 25 ways to save money heating your hot tub. This is going to be a short introductory video, and there's going to be a link below to a very long blog post on Hot Tub Focus about how to save money in 25 different ways when you're heating your hot tub, which I hope will be really helpful. Now, the important thing to say on this is that the chances are that there will be more than one way that you can actually implement some money-saving techniques from this blog post. And actually, if you do maybe one, it'll make a tiny bit of difference, almost maybe not noticeable. But if you do as many as you can, if you do all 25, it'd be amazing. There's a cumulative effect, and you will see a change in your energy levels. Some of the tips and some of the ideas, again, being distracted by my dog, sorry. Some of the tips do require you to outlay some money, perhaps on insulation or a new cover or so, or something similar to that. Thermal blankets, for example, which are actually very cheap. But you need to look at your long-term investments. Assuming that you're keeping your hot tub on all or most of the time, then actually over a year, you are going to recoup, quite a considerable amount of money. So it is worth spending A, time, and B, probably some of your hard-earned cash to in the beginning to actually save on your energy costs in the future. As I say, there's a link down below to the video, but some top tips. Obviously, the obvious one is that you have to have a fantastic cover for your hot tub. The ones that are provided with, certainly with budget hot tubs anyway, the manufacturers do, I'm going to say they skimp on them, but they're not massively, really thermally efficient. So if you've had your hot tub for 2 or 3, 4 years or so, and your cover's starting to look a bit raggy around the edges, or it's getting heavy and you suspect that it's maybe taking on water, it is well timed to actually spend the money on a new cover, or at least to get the foam inside replaced so that it's much more thermally efficient. It will guaranteed save you money in the long term. Hot air risers, so all of the heat comes out of the top, basically, of your hot tub. And if you've got a thin or not particularly effective cover on there, it's just heat that's just going to come straight out. The other thing, thinking about hot air rising, is to get a thermal blanket to float on the top of the water. These are cheap, and they keep in a lot of heat. So when you've got your cover on and you're not using a hot tub, float the thermal blanket on top, and that does make a difference over a period of time. Other things to consider that might not be quite so obvious is to, change your energy supplier is one thing, but most people just stick with the same energy supplier that they are with because changing your energy supplier is boring and tedious. However, doing a little bit of research on a yearly basis might well be worth just checking. You could save yourself, a couple of £100 or a couple of $100 a year doing that. It's perfectly feasible with half an hour's research and faffing around, just sort of applying online. Other things that work really well are thinking about the position of your hot tub. If it's possible to reposition it, or you haven't even got your hot tub in situ at the moment, a hot tub that is in the prevailing wind or doesn't get sun, is in a cold corner of the garden, it's got to take more heat to keep it warm than a hot tub that's actually in the sun. Most importantly, the prevailing wind. So the prevailing wind is the wind that essentially is the most common direction. You may not even know, but if your hot tub is in the prevailing wind, in the path of the prevailing wind, it's being cooled, it's chilling it. It's like blowing on a cup of tea. It goes cold. You don't need to necessarily move your hot tub, but having a waist height barrier, something as simple as a fence, or possibly even nicer if you can have time to grow it, some foliage or a hedge or something, will actually keep the wind off, and it will in time save you money on your heating. There's 23, I don't know how many we've just done, but there's 25 top tips for saving money on the link below. I hope you found this helpful. It's the longest blog post on saving money on heating a hot tub on the web, I think, at the moment. So I'm hoping that it really will help you save some money, will be really helpful. In which case, please subscribe, read some more posts, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks very much then. Bye-bye.